Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be sharing our homeschool end of year update. Hello everyone. If you're new here, my name is Michelle McCarthy, the Brave Homeschooling Mama. And make sure if you haven't done so to subscribe and hit notification bell so you don't miss any of my homeschooling videos. So today I'm going to share with you our end of year update or review. We're not done with school quite yet, but we already know what's worked and what didn't work. And we are going to my day for finishing school is June 2nd because June 3rd we have our end of year evaluation. So that's my plan. So hopefully we have a lot of days that we're not going to be doing school in May because we have trips planned. So we're just going to try to push through and do what we can till the end of, till the first week of June. And then that will be it. So I just want to share with things that work and things that didn't work for my second grader and for my 10th grader. So I'm gonna start with my with my elementary kid, what worked, what didn't, and my high schooler, what worked, what didn't. And I'm gonna also share the books that we read and the ones that we liked and we didn't like so much. Okay, I'm gonna start with my second graders. Things that really worked really well was Apologia Math, exploring creation with mathematics. So Apologia Math, that was a plus. I've shared a couple videos, so I'll put those so you can see how much we liked it. But Apologia Math, it is a plus, and we're going to be using it again. So this was a plus this school year, a game changer. We're almost we are actually going to finish it by the end of the school year. It's a miracle. So I'm really excited. Explode the Code, we've been using it since we started homeschooling, with my young one. So Explode the Code is worked wonderfully. No, we did for time we're doing Know Yourself. It is so just a workbook for, it was just, learning about bones. That's what we're doing with science. My plan was to start, I bought this experiment kit, and I tried to do a couple of campfire curriculum units, and it was not happening. And I got the opportunity to review one of the workbooks from Know Yourself. So we just kind of been going through that. That was a plus, short lesson. It was very engaging for my son. So yeah, we did all these kits, and I bought all these books for do experiments. We didn't do any. So that was it. But we did do some nature studies this year with the nature club that I started in a homeschool group. So I count that as science. So we did guess a little bit more than I thought I was going to do. But all the plans that I had at the beginning of the year, doing all these experiments, it didn't happen. So, but anyways, I'll share that with the things that didn't work. Another thing that worked very well was I created a really easy geography unit for him, where we were studying really simple, went through all the continents, and I have a video, I'll share that. We went through all the continents. We still have 2 more to finish, but very simple, just to learn very briefly about the continents, and then as we go through the years, of course we're going to learn more, but I just wanted to give him a brief, and that went really well. Simple, engaging, he liked it. And things that didn't work, like I said, yes, we never finished the science projects and all those things, and we never did them. We started with Evermore spelling book. We did it for a couple weeks, and it was just boring, too repetitive, and he didn't like it. So it was something that caused a little bit of frustration. So we completely stopped that, and we just gonna use Explode the Code has a lot of spelling in it. When you use Explode the Code, you work on phonics and spelling, so he's getting a lot from Explode the Code. But that's one thing that didn't work, that and the science. For history, we started working on the curriculum from the Waldorf way. We did one of the units and we kind of stopped. Not because it's not good. It's just like it is hard for me to put things together and keep up with everything. So he started taking a history class in our co-op. So that was kind of okay. He's doing history there, which is great. And then we did this short geography unit that we've been working through. So that was it. So yeah, so this was a very good year for him. This is the first year, so he's in second grade. Since kindergarten, we started doing ABA therapy. We finally got him diagnosed, like I shared before, but he does have autism, and it's the first time in the all years of homeschooling with him, that we were able to do school consistently for the most part. Just having that support, and it's just been, our days is still short. We don't spend hours doing homeschool. When I do our homeschool, does nothing, apart from his, therapy. Probably about an hour, sometimes less. I know at this stage you should be doing a little more, but it's working for him. So yes, so this, I'm really happy with what is going on with him. He's getting better at writing. He's actually starting to write his own sentences, which is taking him forever to do. So he's slowly getting there. He's capable of doing the work. It's just all these other behaviors that were interfering with his learning, and that will slowly, we're slowly getting there, but I know we will. So for next week, I'm going to share for my 10th grader things that worked really well. We really enjoy history. This year we did World War II for history, and we learned I learned a lot with her. We watched a lot of movies and read books and watched documentaries, and it's just, we learned a lot about World War II, and I also learned and she learned. So hopefully, and I piece a lot of things together, and I'll have a video how I piece everything together, the things that we use. And I feel like it wasn't very organized the way we did it, but she learned a lot and I learned a lot, so I called that A plus. So this year we did Saxon math. Last year we did Saxon math. It worked great. She did wonderful. I shared before, my daughter, she does have learning disability in math. This year we just started with the next Saxon math. We did 4 or 5 last year. This year we're doing 6, 5. And she did well at the beginning, and now I feel like she is stuck. She has gotten stuck. She's not doing as well in her lessons and her tests like she did before. So for next, we are going to start using something, actually, I'm going to start next week, and something new that I will share later on that I heard it works well for kids that struggle with math. I have tried so many things, and I'm going, we keep trying. So I'm going to try something new to try to get those basic skills in there again. She was doing well with Saxon math. I love Saxon math. We were doing, also Nicole the Math Lady, and it's just videos, and she does everything online. Maybe that was the reason. Maybe if I would have, just instead of, leaving her doing it on her own, if I would have done the lesson myself instead of, Nicole the Math Lady, I don't know. But I feel like right now she's stuck where she is in math, so we're gonna try something different. But I still love, Saxon math is a great, curriculum, and I really love it. But for her at this moment, it's like, oh, okay, let's find something else. So we started doing Worldly Wise. We probably did 1 or 3 lessons. It was not for her. That was something I wanted her to do independently, and it was hard for her to do it independently. She needed a lot of. So we stopped that, and we didn't. I think we only did about 3 lessons. Rosetta Stone. I thought it was gonna be a plus in her home, but she did not like it, and I keep pushing her to finish to the end of the school year. And then I do want her to do Spanish. We're not gonna stop doing Spanish, but I'm trying to find something different. So I'll share with you. I'm still not 100% what I want. So when I do my curriculum for 11th grade, I will share that with you. So Rosetta Stone for us didn't work. She did not like it. So I really thought she was going to like it online, short lessons, but it was a no-no. Oh, in science. So we were doing Biology 101. And I shared before how it was going. So I'll share that video because I'm not going to go into all of it right now. I wish I would have done something, I was supposed to get a lot of things done myself. Like it gives you like a list of things that you can do, and I feel like she didn't get enough hours on biology because some of the assignment, we were supposed to kind of do your own labs and all these activities, and it just didn't work the way that curriculum was laid out for us. I thought it was going to work because she does have a learning disability, and I thought it was going to be because it's not rigorous, and and the lessons were easy, the reading, and we watched video and we were reading based on the video, but it was the extra stuff that you were supposed to do to add hours to biology. So if I just would have done the videos and text and read, that would have been enough. And I still feel, we did watch some documentaries, did a couple activities. We didn't do the field trips that we were supposed to do with Biology 101. I feel so for the last unit, we've been working on a unit from Gather Round about the human body, because that was the last two that we were supposed to do with Biology 101. And so we're going to finish with that. If she has the opportunity to do biology again, I will do that, because I think that goes a little bit more than what she likes, because a lot had to do with animals too. And so I don't know. So we're gonna give a credit for that. I sometimes I feel like I don't know if I should, because I feel we didn't do the work like it was supposed to, but I don't know. But yeah, so Biology 101 didn't work very well. It's great, but if you have somebody is going to keep up with what's in your schedule in there, it will work better. So that was what it was, for us. So yeah, so this was kind of how the year went. I'm going to share what we're going to be using next school year. So I'm going to be sharing later on a little bit more how I'm going to be doing her transcript, because of her, because of, special needs, and how rigorous or what level our classes are. I've been learning a lot about the different types of level a class could be to give credit. So I'm going to share that with you, because my eyes were open recently about I've been so worried about credits and hours, and we don't have all these hours, and we it's just because the way that she learns. But I've learned that there's different ways that you can assign credit, different levels for different for different classes, depending on where your child is. And I will share that in a different video. But anyways, the last thing I wanted to share was our books that we read for this school year and how we liked them, and some of them that we didn't like so much. So I'm gonna do the read alouds. For my son, I didn't do any read alouds with him. I did a couple picture books, and he did a lot of readers with me that we read together. He read a lot of books on his own, but he's been reading the Harry Potter books with my husband, with his dad, and then they were reading in book 4. I think they started before the end of the school year last year. They started book 1. They're already in book 4, so that's the read aloud for him. He's been reading Harry Potter, and it's something that he's doing with his dad, so that's good, right? So for next school year, for my son, I would like to do some read alouds with him. Maybe do some, maybe gonna start doing book parties with him and other kids. We'll see. Not 100% sure that's what we're gonna do, but yeah. So he's been reading his dad's been reading Harry Potter. So I'm gonna share the books that we read. These are books that we read for our English class and for our history class, and then we'll share how we like them. And these are not in any order. And just kind of how I picked them up. So we read Becoming Muhammad Ali, and this was a really good book. It's written in prose and in verse, and by James Patterson and Kwame Alexander. I love Kwame Alexander is really cool. Of course, James Patterson. This is a great book. You learn about Muhammad Ali and how he started. It's more about his childhood and how he became who he was. So it's a really great book. It's a really great read. So I totally recommend that one. We did Pax. I think this was the first one we read. This was a really cute book. It's really fun. So Pax, we really enjoyed this one too. This one's by John Clayson. No, by Sarah Pennypacker. It was illustrated by John Clayson. So Pax was good. The Boy in the Striped Pajamas by John Boyne. So we watched this one, and my daughter said this was her favorite that we read, and we also watched the movie. So The Boy in the Striped Pajamas, and this one we did for history, since we are doing World War II. And this one was one we did not like. Leon Garfield Shakespeare stories. We were doing the Arrow Boomerang guide to go with this. We read Romeo and Juliet. So these are short stories. They're not the whole story. It's not in here. We read Romeo and Juliet, and after that, we started reading the next one they were supposed to read. I think it was A Midsummer Night's Dream, and it was just, I was not into it. She was not into it. At least we read, Romeo and Juliet. She has an idea what it is, but this one was a flop for us. We did not enjoy this one. We also did this one for history. They Called Us Enemy, and this is a graphic novel, and we enjoyed this one. I think my daughter I started with my daughter, and then she finished it on her own. So They Called Us Enemy. One was for reading. For our English class, Refugee by Alan Gratz, and this was great, and it was good because it has, he talked about, there was a Jewish family in the book. There was, people from, 3 different time periods that were, refugees. So this one was good because it also incorporated some learning about World War II in here. So Refugees is a great book, really great book. And then we also read Night by Elie Wiesel. This was a great, of course, amazing book. And we did Animal Farm. We did a graphic novel for Animal Farm this year, and it was fun. It was a good book, easy book to read, and it was a beautiful graphic novel. So and right now at the moment we are reading Jazz Owls, and we're gonna try to do Fever 1786, but Fever. I can't remember the year that it says in it. Before the end of the school year, we'll see. If not, we'll probably start with that one next school year. But yeah, so Animal Farm, the graphic novel. If you're looking for a good graphic novel, Animal Farm. So we really liked all our books. The ones that we didn't like was those Shakespeare stories. They were hard to read. Shakespeare hard to read anyways, but she wasn't able to just make any connections, that she wasn't getting what was going on. So I didn't enjoy it either. One day I said, you want to read something else? You want to start the next book? Yes. So we just moved to the side and started something else. So this is kind of how our year went. I know I rambled for a little while, but I just wanted to share how everything went. And so let me know if you guys had a good school year. Let me know below if you guys had a good school year and what are you excited about for next school year. I will see you in my next video. Bye.